make sure to do today. It's you put cinnamon in your left hand, you stand in your doorway and you blow from left to right. Left is receiving, and you blow from left to right. And that's a way of asking for abundance to enter into your home, to enter into your life. Make sure to do today. So it's that's a little tip I'm spreading on to y'all, and cinnamon smells wonderful. So go ahead and do that. Just freshen up your house a bit. Okay, welcome. Hi, hello. My name is Valorie. This is a Tarot Unicorns and Coffee event. We do this every Monday. This is Magical Monday Manifestations, where I do a group read. We do tarot and then we do oracle cards. And we also let whatever messages Spirit has for us, for the group, to come through, to weave its way into in between the card reading. And that's how it goes. So I want to stop for just a moment and tell y'all, I don't know what this number is coming through on my phone, how excited I am this morning. Let me tell you about the roller coaster of emotions I've had from yesterday into this morning. So I was excited. And then I started thinking, I don't know if I'm ready. And then I started getting scared. And then I had to talk myself off the ledge. And then I was like, no, I'm ready to go again. I'm good. I'm good. And then I got excited again. And as I was thinking this morning, as I was getting ready for today's event, I was like, this roller coaster of emotions feels familiar. Same emotions I felt prior to birthing every one of my babies. You get excited, and then you think, holy shit, what am I doing? A whole human? And they're giving this human to me? What's going on? And then you get scared. You don't know what you're doing. And then you get excited again. And then that baby is there. No wonder I went through these emotions, y'all. I am birthing some big things, never before done in my business. And I'm excited again. I was scared yesterday. I'm excited again because it's launching today. So I do want to give y'all a heads up. And just like when you bring a new baby into the world, y'all better believe I'm going to be posting pictures and all about it throughout all of the month, because I'm silly excited about this new thing that I'm bringing into the world. So, I want to say there's a lot of stuff launching for April 1st for me. I do hope you are on my email list. That email will hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, go out later on this afternoon. That will explain everything. But just in a nutshell, we have 14 days left for you all to sign up for the Psychic Development course, $97, 3 months, 6 sessions with me, mentoring you on wherever you are on your spiritual path to wherever you're hoping to get as far as developing your psychic skills. Check that out. That's been rolling for a little while, but we kick that off and we start with our first session on April 14th. What else do I have going on? It's April 1st. I got a whole list of calendar events that's going to hit your email box later on. So you can check out and see what all is happening as far as meetup events. And then the big one that I'm excited about, y'all, I'm coming to Denver. I'm starting my 3-city tour. It is a tour. The tour is now officially called Valorie Explains Life, the Universe, and Everything. It's going to be phenomenal. It's a full-day event. My first city is going to be Denver. Well, technically Lafayette, Colorado, a suburb of Denver. Second city will be Kansas City somewhere. And then third city is to be determined. So the Denver, Lafayette, Colorado is happening on Sunday, July 28th. It is the last Sunday in July. Mark your calendars. Buy your tickets if you're out of town. If you need a travel agent, my daughter's now a travel agent. Check with me. She might be able to get y'all cheaper flights than what you can find on your own. That's a little selfless plug for my daughter. But if you want first dibs, I'm going to drop the link to my sales page that explains everything that's going on. Again, you will be hearing a lot about this over the next several weeks, several months. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I will be sure to add the link once the recording finishes. All right, so that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's get into today's session. I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths, because I need to take a couple of deep breaths. Y'all, I'm bouncing off the walls this morning. Oh, I know what the other thing, April 1st, I'm getting more, I'm trying to be more consistent on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please try to start following me on Instagram. I'm doing these little shorts where Me and my coffee talk to you in the morning each morning. I just posted one this morning. Go check it out. So many things kicking up on April 1st. So if y'all see me kill over it halfway through the month, you know why. I did too much. All right, so take a deep breath, everyone. Put out to the universe what you would like to receive from today's readings: clarity, guidance, information, wisdom, just a general state of the union, check in with the universe. Go ahead and gently put that out to the universe. Take a deep breath. And on the exhale, we're going to release that to the universe. Let the universe handle it. And we're going to set our intention that we're here to receive. We're going to receive all the messages, all the guidance, all the energy that the universe can pour into us this morning. And we're going to take that magical information and apply it to our lives so that we can manifest and create what we want. Let's see which, I know, I was going to say which deck, which tarot deck. We always start with tarot and then we move into Oracle. Somebody watched my YouTube, my Instagram already, and they said they liked it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Stacy. Okay, let me show y'all. I'm getting ready to put it back on the shelf. Tarot of the Dragons, because I'm feeling fiery this morning. I'm feeling feisty. So we're going to go to Tarot of the Dragons. 4 are tarot cards. Let me just shuffle, get a feel for the energy of this group. Thank you, Jacqueline, for posting over there. Jacqueline, my wonderful, amazing moderator, right-hand gal. Couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, the membership, too. Somebody said, I do theater in Lafayette. You're from Lafayette? You're from Colorado? Nisi's event space is where it will be if you're familiar with that. So, Spirit, what do we need to know? What information or guidance needs to come through these cards today for this group? And let me start pulling cards. That one comes first. Tarot of the Dragons. Let's get April started off, right? It's Aries season, so no wonder we're feeling all fiery dragons. Okay, I got 3 cards. I'm sorry, not 3, 5. 5 tarot cards. I don't know why I said 3. Holy shit, y'all. And the first 3 are wands. And for those of you that know tarot, I went to a fiery dragon deck and we pulled 3 cards. Wands are fire energy. Wands are calling us to action. All of this is making sense to me in my brain, but let's see what the actual messages are. 4 of Wands is the first one. And look at the dragons celebrating. 4 of Wands always depicts a celebration in most tarot decks. And there's a celebration of the sense of stability. It's a celebration of coming together. It's a celebration of personal power, of inspiration, of creativity. What do you need to celebrate? That's what Spirit is opening this week up with. And I am ready for it. I am ready to receive it because I have chosen to stay in the energy of celebration versus the energy of trepidation or fear or any of those things that I was feeling yesterday. So I hope you're choosing. I hope you're not letting life dictate how you should respond. I hope you are choosing your responses. Let's see what it says in this particular deck. On a sunny late summer day in a clearing full of wildflowers, a band of adolescent dragons dance. Wands flare like festive torches around the glade. The season has been bountiful. Now is the time for dragons to take each other's measure, to flirt and frolic. Time for flower petals to fill the air like butterflies. With each step, the dragons pound the dancing ground and make the earth move. Your labors have come to beautiful fruition. It is a time of thanksgiving. Take a well-earned rest and celebrate. Give thanks, be satisfied with work well done. Yet remember, success is not a solo venture, rather something to be shared with the community. Hearth and home are contented. Youth looks on youth with an eye to friendship or possible romance, but your eyes are clear. Deep as your desires run, they are grounded in reality. This way, happy unions lie. I love it. I like the statement. The one that stood out to me the most is that as these dragons dance around and stomp the ground, the earth vibrates. The earth vibrates with their celebration, with their frolicking, with their happiness, with their joy. I can imagine, I wouldn't want to be in the middle of this fiery dragon celebration unless I was a dragon myself, but I can imagine myself standing way over here along the tree line, just feeling the earth vibrate as they dance around. Wouldn't that be a wonderful feeling? So allow yourself to be in that vibration of celebration, of frolicking, of welcoming in whatever abundance the universe has for you. Receive, receive, receive. Next up, staying with the wands, we have 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is generally the same, the before the 10. So the 10 would be the completion, and the 9 is to keep going, you're almost there. That is Spirit's message to you. First of all, you need to celebrate what you've done so far. Stop beating yourself up because you're not there yet, and celebrate everything that you've done on the way there. What steps have you already checked off your list? Did you wake up this morning? Check. Y'all have got to be better at giving yourself credit for the things you do. Yes, waking up counts. You woke up this morning. You put clothes on. Hopefully, some of you, I don't know, some of y'all off camera. Maybe y'all didn't get that far. You woke up this morning and you joined a call to get your spiritual morning fulfillment, whatever. So that's a thing that you can celebrate, even if you're not even if you're not all the way to the end goal. And this 9 is saying, keep going. It's saying you are almost there. This is Spirit saying you are almost there. This is your last stand. It is looking like, look, this dragon is on top of the hill. He's got a fiery wand in his hand. He's got all of the other 8 wands behind him. It's like he's taking this last stand to defend what? His boundaries, his beliefs, his inner power, his strength, his inspiration, his creativity. The vibe I'm getting from this dragon is I'm doing it my way, and I'm not going to back down from that, because I came here to do things my way. And yeah, it's been a little bit difficult along the way because everybody keeps telling me I should be doing it their way. I'm tired, but I'm almost there. And now is absolutely not the time to give in and start doing things the way others want me to do it. So I'm going to take this last stand. I'm going to feel into my beliefs, into my desires. I'm going to remember why I started this journey. And I got all these fires blazing behind me. I'm almost there. Do not give up yet. That's what Spirit is saying. Do not give up yet. I got you. I love it. We got an active chat. I love it. Okay. 6 of Wands is up next. 6 of Wands. I'm trying to see what is. Oh, that's a soldier. I'm like, what is this dragon holding? That's a soldier. Can y'all see it if I can hold it still? 6 of Wands. And there's dragons up here. I feel like this is kind of like a, what do you call those? An amphitheater, outdoor theater with the stone seats. And these are maybe, each one of the 6 wands are held by the other ones. So these other ones are holding the 5 wands, and this one is holding the 6th wand. And he's got a little soldier. And I don't know what in the world this scene is depicting. So, we're going to go to the book for some alternate explanations of the 6 of wands. But before we do, 6 of wands is usually a time of celebration. So we started off with the 4 of wands saying it's time to celebrate, and then we have you're almost there, and then we have another card of 6 of wands is celebration. 6 of wands usually depicts someone in the spotlight or someone who is finally starting to accept it is okay for others to also celebrate me, who has trouble receiving. Do you have trouble receiving compliments, receiving gifts, receiving anything where you feel like if somebody gives you something now, you have to repay that or you owe them something in return? You have trouble just sitting and receiving and letting people give to you without any expectation of you giving anything back? Then this is your week to work on that, because Spirit is saying now it is time for you to step up. It is time for you to take center stage, and it is time for you to receive the accolades, the support, the cheer, the applause from others, because you have done the work, because you are deserving. And if ain't nobody cheering for you, just know that right now in this moment, Spirit and the universe and the divine and the angels and all of non-physical is cheering for you, because they see what you're doing and they see your progress. And they're telling you, it's not time to turn back. We got too much work for you to be slowing down and turning back. Six of Wands. I am going to go to the book and see exactly what's being depicted here, because I'm feeling kind of some type of way about that soldier that's hanging on for his dear life. There's the bigger picture, a little bit more clear. Witness the homecoming of the dragon triumph. Witness the homecoming of the dragon triumphant. He returns to his wire, brandishing his blazing staff in one paw, and the other a squiggling, squirming armored knight, the living token of his victory. After all, a dragon who wins can afford to be merciful. On the surrounding ledges, a draconic quintet, the regal dragon's scaly band of brothers, celebrate their leader's return with wands aloft and plangent cheers. Ave qui vicit draconis. I hope I said that right. They roar in welcome. Hail the victorious dragon. You have accepted challenges right and left, faced struggles large and small, and come through unscathed. Maybe, Spirit, I don't know. I got a couple of burn marks, but if you say unscathed, okay. You're the alpha dragon on top of the world. You wear the mantle of success with the casual grace of one born to its folds. Your accomplishments inspire respect, even hero worship, and they bestow responsibilities, whether you want them or not. Accolades can easily go to your head. Don't let them. Remember, a little humility lightens the heaviest burden. Celebrate with gratitude to your friends. No one succeeds alone. And an olive branch to your foes. I love it. I love it. An olive branch to your foes. That's what he's doing right here. Whatever he came back with in the battle, he didn't kill the dude. He's just showing you, he's just scaring him a little, letting him wiggle and squirm. He's going to be merciful. So knowledge branch to your foes. It's not about conquering over someone else. It's about being victorious within. And this dragon has figured that out. So that's our message from the wands. And then we move on to card number 4 is the 4. We have 2 4s. And 4s represent a lot of stability. So even amidst this eclipse season and Mercury retrograde, I almost want to say that in whisper, Mercury retrograde, because I feel like Mercury retrograde is coming after me this time. My technology has been crazy lately. But we have 2 4s, and 4s represent stability. So even amidst everything that's going on, chaotic, whether it's astrological or self-inflicted chaos, I'm guilty of some of that. Spirit is saying stability is available to you. I'm sending this energy to you, and I'm emphasizing it by telling you twice in just 5 cards that stability is available to you. 4 of Swords is that stability of thought, our mind, our thoughts. Maybe they've been really active right now, and it's time to just give it a rest. If you have thoughts that are not serving you, if you feel like you've worked yourself in a tizzy, if you're feeling anxious about something, doubtful about something, I was doing that yesterday, it's time to give your thoughts a rest. How can you give your thoughts a rest? Well, you can take a literal nap, like this little dragon here. You can take a mental break. Maybe you need to get off social media for a day, stop answering emails. You can take a mental break, stop having conversations with people that piss you off, tell them you'll talk to them tomorrow. Whatever you need to do. Maybe you need to shift things in your routine. Maybe you need to get out for a walk. But whatever you need to do, this is about taking a mental break from wherever you have mentally been, giving your brain a little bit of breather, giving your thoughts a little bit of space, because what happens when we Our thoughts sometimes come one on top of the other, one on top of the other, one on top of the other. What happens when we stop and we pause and we intentionally say, I want my thoughts to slow down as much as possible? We give just a little bit of space between those thoughts. Maybe they're still coming, but maybe there's a little bit slower. And in that pause is where the divine can come in. In that pause is where spirit can come in, either with a message of intention, a message of direction, a message of guidance, or either coming in to clear away and say, hold on, before you think that next thought, I got something better. Maybe it's steering us in a different way to a different thought. So give yourself a chance, give your thoughts a chance to rest, or at the very least to slow down, so that you can allow just spirit don't need that much space, y'all. Y'all be thinking y'all got to clear your whole mind and there needs to be all this space between your thoughts. Spirit needs a microcosm of space, because spirit is spirit. Spirit is magic. Spirit just needs you to intentionally try to say, I need your help. And that's all it needs, to slip right in and start helping you rearrange your thoughts, helping you go through your thoughts and decide which ones are beneficial and which ones are not. Which ones can I let go of and which ones can I tweak? Where do I need to go with my thoughts? Slow them down, allow that little bit of space, allow spirit and the divine to get in the cracks so it can help you. And then, last but not least, in today's tarot cards, we got a whole bunch of oracle cards we're going to go through. A major arcana, bam, the high priestess. The high priestess is coming in and saying, are you connected? Are you connected? The high priestess is all about intuition. She is the most intuitive, most spiritually psychic being archetype of the major arcana. So much symbology in the high priestess card. What's coming through for me for this reading in the moment, I love her white hair. That white hair is really pulling my attention. So we're going to look into that in the book and see why she's depicted that way. But the high priestess is also the most intuitive. I like how the high priestess in general tarot, she is sitting in front of a veil. The veil is thin. She's not blocking the veil. She's not guarding the veil. She's just the keeper of it. She's the guardian of it. She's the person, she's like a docent at the museum. She's the person you walk up to. I don't know if I said that word, docent. When you walk up to her and you say, I would like to see what's behind the veil. And she says, I'm so glad you asked. There's so much behind this veil, and there's so much that is specifically for you. And all you had to do is ask, and I'll show it to you. That's what she does. The high priestess, intuitive, tap into your intuition. This next, whatever phase, journey, chapter, week, is all about you making sure that you are connected to the divine and that you are letting the divine lead you forward. I just heard this phrase in my head, and I'm going to say it, even though it's a scripture, because somebody needs to hear it. Not my will. Not my will. Spirit is rewriting it in my head. They don't want me to say it the way I'm supposed to say it. The scripture that came to mind is not my will, but thine own. I believe I'm saying that correctly. Where we usually say, not my will, but yours, God. But Spirit wants me to emphasize not my will, but my own. And what they're saying is not my will, this thinking brain that gets in our way, but my will, my spiritual connection, my intuition, my soul, the bigger part of myself, the part of myself that still resides in non-physical, the divine spark within me. That will is the will I need to be following, not the will of my head that gets things off track. The high priestess, let me see if there's anything else I want to read. Where's the message? The high priestess is a primordial force, instinctive, pure, virtuous, and full of grace. Her influence shimmers with the inscrutable elegance and harmony of the blue dragon herself. winding like a subterranean river through the Teutonic secrets of the spirit. Where the shaman draws on the active, overt conscious mind, the high priestess speaks from the more passive, covert subconscious. In the grip of her coils, your intuition is as sharp as Hydra's tooth, and the lodestar to truths reserved for those both introspective and adept. You are navigating the space between sleep and wakefulness when the wisdom of dreams strives to become real. You are navigating the space between sleep and wakefulness when the wisdom of dreams strives to become real. That is not meant literal. We're not talking about closing your eyes and sleeping. We're talking about metaphorically sleep when you're a drone, when you're not conscious, when you're just following along, when there's no guiding force in your life and you feel as if you're asleep and you're just one of the widgets in the system, versus wakefulness, when you fully start to wake up to your own power, to your position in this universe, to your own worth, to that sense of divinity within you. That period between I have no control over my life and I can choose my life, when you start to wake up, you have a whole bunch of dreams that suddenly start to become real. Instead of something other people can do, you start to think, maybe these are for me. And those dreams now have the ability or are striving to become real. Gather your strength quietly. Remember, what is needed is not always evident. What is heard is not always spoken. In the stillness of inaction, creation thrives. In the stillness of inaction, creation thrives. Healer or seer, artist, author, or composer, the high priestess empowers you all. I love that. So that is our tarot cards for this week. One more time: 4 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and the High Priestess closing us out. Okay, I'm just going to check the notes real quick. Let's see. Oh, somebody saw the dragon, that dragon in my dream last night. The High Priestess dragon. Let's see. I hope that's the dragon you were talking about. Yes, the High Priestess. How cool. How cool is that? Okay, so that's the message from the Tarot Spirit. What else do we need to know from your wiseness? We're going to go to some of our, that deck for sure. Some of our Oracle decks. Next up is Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards. Lemuria. I love this deck. I love the light language on the cover. Let's see what messages we have from our friends in Lemuria. Just our friends, our friends in spirit. What messages do you have for us on this Monday, April 1st? And the card I pulled is a mermaid. And she says, shine your light. Shine your light. Oh, it's card number 44. 4 is my favorite number. And we just had 2 4s in the tarot. 4, 4, 4, 4. Stability, 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 stability. Who's been asking for stability? Y'all must have been asking pretty strong, because Spirit is like, I'm sending it. I'm sending it. Are you receiving it? I'm sending it. Are you receiving it? 44, shine your light. Doing what you love, time to thrive. These are the keywords. Giving from the overflow, life purpose, being authentically you, compassionate self-empowerment, loving life, trying things you resonate with, bringing joy to others by being an inspiration. Some of y'all came to my event over the weekend, and all of those keywords are resonating for me. Being authentically you, life purpose, joy. Okay, so here's the message. You are amazing. There is no one like you, and no one can do you as you can. Yet we sometimes feel that we need to be a certain way, a way not aligned with our authentic self. You may feel obliged to be something or someone. You may have stopped doing some of the things you love due to time or energy restraints. When you take time to do what truly makes you shine each day, you will light up and bring joy to other people's worlds and your own. As you go about your life, you will have a sense of purpose and feel naturally inspired to fulfill your responsibilities. You will also have more energy and love to overflow. Doing what we love can bring so much goodness to our hearts that it filters into other areas of our life. Yet, when life is demanding more of us, we give up the things we love to make way for more practical pursuits. When we finally come back to these pursuits, we wonder why we waited. For much of my life, this is the author talking. For much of my life, I did not paint as I thought it was self-indulgent. I questioned how doing what I love could be beneficial to others. Now, the constant message of gratitude I receive from anchoring my wisdoms on canvas make me wonder how I ever thought that way. It takes discipline to do what we love, especially if we are natural givers. It is easy to get caught up with other people's lives. There can also be a strong cultural belief that fulfilling a creative need is selfish. The irony here is that tending to our own needs harms no one, and we will all have a lot more to give if we tend to our own needs first. It is time for us to collect our light and shift the vibration here on Earth, starting with our inner sense of being. Try those things you've always wanted to explore. Weave enjoyment through your day-to-day experience. Find purpose and the inspiration to spring out of bed in the morning. It is time to thrive. I love that message so much because it sounds so much like what we talked about this weekend, just a re-emphasis from Spirit. The divinatory meaning of this card: where can you shine your light? When you have a purpose, you will also have limitless energy and no joy. Where can you grow enthusiasm in your life? Consider how you can be more aligned with your passions so that you can harness your light. It may be time to return to something you enjoyed but stopped doing for no good reason. You are a sovereign being. Regain compassionate empowerment and remember what lights up your world, because what lights up your world also filters out and lights up the rest of the world. If you're not shining your light, the world gets a little bit dimmer. So shine your light, 44 again, and this to me is Spirit is showing us all the different ways that we can welcome and usher in stability and groundedness. And one of those ways is making sure we are in alignment by shining our light. So that was from Beyond Lemuria. Let's see. I like your French, Stacy. I see that over there in the chat. I like your French. All right. What other decks should we go to? Divine Circus. Let's go to Divine Circus because I feel like some of us are having a little bit of a circus situation. Some of y'all got some monkeys, some untrained monkeys running around in your life, creating a little bit of chaos. That's okay. We all got chaos in our life right now. It's part of the process. But let's see what to do about it. Divine Circus. What do we need to focus on in this circus called our life? Give us some guidance here. I'm feeling like I got to shuffle a lot because I feel like every card will apply. So what do y'all got going on? I'm picking up on this energy. What y'all got going on? Like, help me. Help me, Spirit. Help me make sense of it. All right, let's see. What card do we have? Silver Siren. Silver Siren. What card number? 37. Silver Siren. Beautiful card. I'm just going to let y'all look at the imagery for just a moment because then I have to put it down. And this is an Alana Fairchild deck. Silver Siren. The italicized portion said, I really need my glasses. I can never find a pair of my glasses when I need it. All right, here we go. The italicized portion says, when is an enchantment not enchanting? When it is a spell that you allow to consume your free will, even as it promises so much and yet delivers so little. The silver siren sings her song, a pretty poison to the soul. Her false allure tempts the mind, even whilst the heart feels that something is not quite right. Your power will come from discerning the truth and allowing her false promises no place in your heart. Interesting message. I'm intrigued. The modern world, perhaps especially in the spiritual field, is laden with false light. This is the light that blinds and obscures rather than clarifies and reveals. False light is that which might seem dazzling on the surface, but underneath is nothing but hot air at best and destructive energy that will rot your soul at worst. False light is the opportunity so intoxicating that even selling your soul to have it seems rational, or the person so alluring that you are willing to deny your basic needs for respect and acknowledgement in order to spend even just one moment by their side. That sounds like some past relationships of mine when I was unenlightened and in the darkness. I'm going to read that one part again because I think this is dealing more with relationships. A person who seems so alluring that you are willing to deny your basic needs for their respect and acknowledgement in order to spend even just a moment by their side. The false light is a seduction, a siren song, a promise of whatever it is you feel you cannot have unless you compromise your integrity to get it. What is it that you feel you cannot have unless you compromise your integrity to get it? And fill into that word, integrity, because maybe you need to get some. Maybe you're a little weak in the integrity department, and so you're willing to compromise all over the place because you don't really have integrity. Maybe you need to shore up your integrity. Ask yourself, where does my integrity lie? Look at your life and then ask, am I compromising my integrity in any aspect of my life? Why? Why would you do that? Silver siren comes to you when you are one of the souls with enough discernment, strength, and integrity to be able to say no to the enchantment that will not enhance your life, but solely and surely destroy it. The small compromise of your self-esteem would seem innocuous at first, but with cajoling and manipulation would continue and eventually erode at your soul until you no longer believed yourself capable of living your best life, of receiving genuine love and affection, or having anything of value to share with the world. Woo! Who has felt that before? Me. To disempower the false light, here's what you do about it. If you're feeling any of that, even just a twinge of it, here's what you do about it. To disempower the false light, you must stay true to what your heart says. No matter how much you may fear, you'll regret, no matter how much you may fear, you'll regret it later on. Simply say no to that which is unworthy, to that which does not hold the truth of love within. Even if by all appearances a person declares they are utterly enlightened and only interested in your highest good, even if the opportunity at hand is too good to miss, making your mind needy and confused when you feel in your heart that it is that you really should give it a miss, simply say no. When Silver Siren sings her song to you, know that you are being given an opportunity for empowerment. I love that because it's not saying you're in a bad place or you were attracted to something or you did something wrong and that's why she's singing. It's saying this is an opportunity for empowerment. This is an opportunity to trust yourself and stand firm in your truths and to experience the priceless sense of love, safety, security, there's that word again, peace and self-possession that this brings, security and stability. I use those interchangeably. So we had all those fours talking about security and stability. And here this card is saying an opportunity to trust yourself, stand firm in your truth, and to experience the priceless sense of love, safety, security, peace, and self-possession that this brings. With this, your soul can sing its own song, a song that shares true light, the lightness of a heart that lives in peaceful truth with the world. I love that. That is beautiful. It gives affirmation that you might want to say if this message resonates with you. I recognize the truth behind the light. My heart instinctively recognizes what is right. I recognize the truth behind the light. My heart instinctively recognizes what is right. Silver Siren from Divine Circus, Alana Fairchild. Excellent message. What else do we need? Let's go with believing your own magic, just because that last oracle card talked a little bit about that. Does everybody feel like Spirit is talking to them today? Spirit is answering you. If you feel like you still have some questions hanging out, just go ahead and set your intention that you will receive the answer that you seek. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm tapped in and fully delivering the answers that Spirit intends for this group. Ooh, which card is it? Which card? I'm feeling like it's 2, so I guess we're going for 2. Believing your own magic. I guess Spirit has 2 messages for us. 6 dragons. Dragons. It says slay them all. Now, after we just opened with Dragon of the Tarot, I don't think we really want to slay dragons. Let's think of dragons in the metaphorical sense here. When we talk about slaying dragons, we're talking about slaying our fears. We're talking about slaying our restrictions, slaying our blocks. When the heart is involved, people don't always have the best intentions. They will pretend they're good for you, only for you to find out they're toxic or even abusive. The time has come to face your dragons, and you must slay them before they slay you. Of course, don't literally slay them, but make sure they know you won't stand for their mistreatment. That sounds like a very simple way of restating the card that we just had, those false sirens, that false light, being sure that you are ready to stand and face those with discernment, with prudence, and with compassion too. But not accepting any toxicity or false light in your life. So since that message came through twice, and that's a message that definitely came through me. That's not a message I would have delivered on my own. So since that message has shown up twice, I'm saying that is probably very impactful for someone in today's group or someone watching the YouTube video. Remember, love, love, love. Remember, as you face these false prophets, these false people in your life, whatever you might feel that is referring to, make sure you are tapped into your own divinity and your own heart space and your own sense of love, because that's where your strength comes from. That's where that power comes from to be able to stand up to those dragons. I don't like that term, but that's where it's going to come from. If you're pulling your power from outside sources or from anything else, things are going to be a little bit rocky. But when you tap into your divine sense of self, into that heart space, and you can deal with those false lights, that toxicity from a space of, I love myself enough to not allow this in my life, ooh, that's going to get you leaps and bounds ahead of trying to do it from any other vantage point. Okay, I said that I pulled 2 cards from this deck, and I did indeed, and the other one is protest. We got a lot of energy about standing up for ourselves. Protest, start a revolution. Yeah, I'm not a person who does protest either. So Spirit is really giving me some messages that I don't feel comfortable with, but this must be from one of y'all. Here's what I say. I love this, that when people say protest, you don't protest anything? No. I love what Mother Teresa said. I will never show up for a protest. I will never show up to stand against something. But if you ever hold a peace rally or something that has to do with love, I'll show up for that. And that's always been my stance ever since I heard that quote. I will not show up to fight against that which I do not want in this world, because then I just give it more power. I will absolutely show up to stand for what I do believe in, because for me, that's sending my power where I want it to go. So I'm going to read this. Hopefully we get around to a good message. But let's just see what this book says. You've been looking around and noticing that the world is often unjust, but you're not sure what to do about it. Like Katniss from, I can't think of, may the odds be ever in your favor. I can't think of the name of it. Like Katniss, you need to be the first to speak of your own revolution. Educate yourself. Stand up for yourself. Don't forget to stand up for others, whether or not you have shared experiences. If you can speak up and do so safely, then do it. Now, to me, that sounds kind of like what I was saying, because you're talking about, this is what I believe in and this is what I'm going to stand for, not necessarily fighting against that which is outside, because that's going to get you a whole lot of frustrated. It gets you somewhere, but you can get a lot further by showing up and standing firm for what you believe in, rather than fighting against what you don't believe in. Okay, do we have time for one more A couple more cards, maybe. Hunger Games, that's it. Hunger Games. I need some more coffee. Coffee is so good. My daughter recommended that coffee spot. And it's so good. Nice and creamy. It's exactly what I needed this morning. Thank you, Spirit, for putting places in this universe that I don't even have to make the coffee. I just have to drive through and exchange a little bit of value, and they give me a whole bunch of value back in a cup. Thank you, Spirit. Do y'all know that coffee is an interstellar creation? I just want to put that out there. That's firmly my belief. Somebody was talking about when we ascend to higher levels and blah, 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 and when the interstellars come, and what if we go back into space and Earth is no more? What about all of the things that we enjoy? And we started listing things that we enjoy. And of course, coffee was on my list, like at the top of my list. And somebody was like, we're not going to have coffee when we ascend. And I said, the hell we aren't. That's where it came from. This seed was planted. This earth was planted and seeded from interstellars. And I know the interstellars brought coffee to earth. So when I go wherever I'm going to go, coffee's going to be there. I don't care if I am delusional. That is my delusion that keeps me going in this world. Unicorns, Oracle of the Unicorns. Look at this beautiful unicorn. And it says imagination. Imagination is a portal, y'all. Imagination is a portal to the divine and a portal to everything we want in this world. Imagination. Envision a new reality. Give yourself permission to dream. Believe in unlimited possibilities. Let's go to the book. Your imagination was once wild, free, and magical. Deep in your heart, you believed that anything was possible. Now, for some of us, that might have been pre-birth. As an embryo, we had those beliefs, and then we hit the world and all of our beliefs shifted. But usually as a young child, we believe anything is possible. Nobody can tell us nothing. And then we get that way again as a teenager. I know, because I raised 4 girls and you couldn't tell them nothing. So at one point, we believed that anything was possible. Then you grew older and were told to live in the, quote, real world. You were told to take sensible action, to be responsible, to learn facts and figures instead of dwelling in daydreams. You were led to believe that hard work was the only way to get results. This thinking cut you off from your magic and blocked you from using one of your most powerful manifesting tools. Now the winged horses call on you to soar back into the realm of your imagination and to use daydreaming as a powerful way to create your reality. Remember that 4 swords, the card that I call Take a Nap, that dragon that was sleeping? Daydream as a powerful tool to create your reality. Y'all don't understand how powerful it is. Y'all think you're wasting time when you daydream. You think you're making shit up. You think I'm just daydreaming and then I have to wake up and face reality, and that was a waste of 30 minutes. I hope y'all daydream at least 30 minutes, because if not, you need to up your daydreaming. Daydreaming is a tool. And I had to learn this the hard way because I was stubborn. But I absolutely use daydreaming as one of my metaphysical tools now. Daydreaming is a tool, imagination is a portal. Return to your childlike mind that was full of wonder and to your belief in magic and miracles. Instead of being limited by reason, allow yourself to fly high into possibility and believe you can be, do, and have anything. If you can see it happening in your mind, it can become real in the physical. Spend time each day to powerfully dream of what you want. Let your imagination activate feelings of joy, delight, gratitude, amazement, and surprise, as if your wildest dreams have already come true. Let those feelings flood your body and stream them back to the universe. Give thanks in advance and surrender the how to the divine. This card also encourages you to go even higher with your dreams. That means dream bigger, y'all. And to trust they are closer than you think, because they are. Have patience and don't give up right before your vision manifests. I'm glad it said that, because I was thinking about the 9 of Wands through this whole reading of we are so close, of the people who say I've been daydreaming for 30 years and ain't nothing ever happened. But have you though? Have you? Do you daydream and then wake up and then curse the fact that you just spent 30 minutes daydreaming? Or do you daydream and wake up and say, oh, that felt really good? Do you daydream for the sake of the pleasure and the joy of daydreaming? Because if you do that on a repetitive basis, your life will shift. I promise you. Don't ask me how I know this, but I know this. I know things, y'all. I know a couple, three things, and this is one of them. Daydreaming and imagination are so instrumental. And if you're saying I've been doing it for so many years and it's not working, have patience and don't give up right before your vision manifests. All right. I think I'm going to end on that note. I think that's a very lovely note to end on. It's giving us some tips. It's giving us some fun things to do. It's telling us to, if we feel like we have you lost that magic feeling? I know it's love and feeling, but I say magic feeling. You lost that magic. If you feel like you lost that magic feeling, that last card told you exactly how to find it again. Daydream more, use your imagination more. That is your portal to your magic that you forgot. You had that magic when you were little, when you believed that anything is possible. Y'all, anything is possible. Just because our belief changed doesn't mean the universe's version of reality changed. And the universe still says anything is possible. And when we can get ourselves back to that mindset using daydreaming, imagination, using all of the tools available, when we can get ourselves back to the mindset that anything is possible, then we start to realize a life and live a life where anything is possible. I'm evidence of that. Took me 50 years to get here, but I'm evidence of that. Little by little, day by day, I'm beginning to allow the impossible to become possible for myself. And I wish that for all of you. So I hope these messages informed you, guided you, gave you a bit of clarity, put a bit of spark of fire under your ass, because I do believe that was Spirit's intention, since we had all of those wands, all of that fire energy to start things off with. And I hope you use these messages as intended, Magical Monday manifestations, to manifest and create your reality in a way that is more joyful for yourself. Please look for my email that is coming out. Most of you are on my email list. You can check out my links on my website to sign up for that email list. I got a bunch of great things coming out April 1st. Thank you all so much. I love you all. Have a wonderful week, and I'll